Hi, it's February 9th, 2017, and I'm going to show you a few things I found 2 days ago. Yesterday, I was in the mountains in my shirt sleeves, hiking back mountain creeks, trying to find new places to do some magnet fishing and stream water detecting, which I did. We'll have some upcoming videos of those adventures. But I wanted to take a minute and show you some of the things I had found. Interesting thing, yesterday it was about 62 degrees in the mountains, 62, 63 degrees. I was in a t-shirt, and today it had snowed overnight and is very windy and very cold, and some of the icicles are forming sideways on the street signs. So one day one temperature and the next day just frigid. So there was no hunting today. But anyhow, back to a few of the things I had found. An interesting old portion of a very old horseshoe. Before I started chipping on it, you could see little indents where the holes were for the nails. Don't know what it is. I found this while just picking some other stuff up from the creek. It's the top of an old seal from an old canning jar. And where I went, I found mostly modern round nails, where I usually find an abundance of square nails. And this last trip only found a few. And of course, one of the old customary soda things, some wire, rivets off a bridge, which I hope they were cut off when bridge work was being done. Otherwise, we really have to worry about our infrastructure. Here's an unidentified round metal thing with what appears to be some very hard leather or some sort of decaying rubber on it. And I don't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure it's probably railway or bridge, something spacer. And a fork. I was walking down the road and there was a fork in the trail, and I really didn't know which way to go. But no, I actually found this underwater, and it polished up pretty well. Could be a whole lot better. It's stainless. This was my best find. Let me bring that in a little closer. I just weighed it. It's 12.4 pounds. It's a piece of iron ore out of the creek close to where there was an iron furnace. And when my magnet grabbed hold of this thing, I knew I had something really solid. And it did give a little bit, so I knew it was going to come up, or at least try to. And I was able to bring it to the surface with the magnet and then bring it up about 6 feet above the surface of the water to get it out. So that's what this is, and I think I'm going to be anxious to maybe take a sledgehammer and crack it and see what it looks like on the inside, but extremely magnetic. Normally I would not carry something like this home, but I have a friend I sail with, and I'm going to try to hide it in a sailboat near his compass, just to screw him up a little bit. So, Jerry, if you happen to notice this, if your compass is reading a little off, you might look for a 12.4 pound piece of iron ore. So, anyhow, that's that. But before I quit, I wanted to show you this. In the beginning of the week, I believe it was, I found this and thought initially it was a spike, a big-headed spike. And now I know what it is. I cleaned it up. I'm not going to go any further because it's getting fragile. This is either a sleigh or a buggy step, and I'm going to go with buggy step because similar pictures to it I found on the internet claim as buggy step. Now, this spike part would have had more coming off of it up here. It would have had other pieces coming off, and you know, this would have bolted on to the side of the wood on the buggy. This is a little bit bent up. This piece should probably be down a couple degrees. And on the base of it where you step, there's two little bumps right here. There would be a third one, except it all broke off when I was trying to clean it up. If you can see there's a hole. And what that was, I'm sure, was to give your foot a little bit of a grip when you get on there. And when I find pictures of various buggy steps on the internet, there's one that comes up that is the exact same shape as this and has those three bumps. And I want to try a little bit more to maybe find out who the manufacturer was. I'm not quite sure how it was made, but you can see, you know, it flares down here. This is definitely not something that would mount to a wall because it wouldn't be flat. And these bumps, I think, were some sort of rivets that were put in conjunction with one more layer. I don't know if you can see it here, but there's a little piece of metal that I've sort of plied up a little bit, and it's almost like it was separate. It's not like, you know, something separating normally. I think there was something on top. I think at one time there were three rivets put in to give a little bit of grip, and they were in conjunction with one fine layer going across. So at any rate, it's interesting. I'm not going to go any further with it because I'm afraid that it's just getting too fragile and I'm going to break it at the neck here if I keep going. So that's about it, and I thank you for viewing this. Sorry there's nothing more exciting. I think the 12.4 pound piece of iron ore is pretty exciting. And my friend Jerry will find it very confusing when his compass is reading probably halfway around off. So have a nice day, and more to follow. If you liked what you saw, please give me a thumbs up on the page. You can subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I know I'm new at this and have a lot to learn about the filming, about what I'm finding, and descriptions. But give me a chance. I think we're going to find some interesting stuff. I'm in this for the long haul, and if you join me, you're in on the ground floor. So thank you very much.